Hello, I'm Bruce Marable, CEO and co-founder of Employee Cycle, and our company is an HR analytics dashboard. We're helping HR leaders solve the problem of having a bunch of different and disconnected HR systems that have created vacuums of really valuable HR data. And so what our dashboard does is has connectors to all of the most modern HR systems that companies under 1,000 employees use, so that we can pull all their data into one centralized, real-time, and beautiful HR dashboard for HR leaders and companies to be able to easily view, track, share, and analyze all their most valuable people data. The reason why we focus on companies with less than 1,000 employees is because we've realized, one, that big companies have more money and less time, where smaller companies have less money and more time. Smaller companies, they don't really have the luxury to typically buy one system to manage an entire function. And so what they ended up doing is buying a bunch of best-in-breed solutions for a bunch of small parts of the function. So the analogy that I always like to give is that the best dashboard that was ever created is the car dashboard. The car dashboard does an amazing job of being connected to all the complex components of a vehicle and then pulling all the data from those complex components and giving you, the driver, the ability to be able to see if anything's wrong with any of those parts, and to also know how fast you're going and giving you data in real time to know what's going on while you're driving. And so that's exactly what Employee Cycle is doing. We're bringing data from a bunch of complex components and complex HR systems and pulling that data so that you can get the surface insights that you need to be able to know where you're going and where your workforce is going. And very similar to how the car dashboard, it doesn't tell you, oh, you ran out of gas and then your car just stops. The car dashboard is proactive. It says, hey, you're almost out of gas. You need to get gas now. And then you're really almost out of gas. You really need to get gas now. And if you don't, then you know your car will stop. But you're proactively keeping yourself from running out of gas. That's exactly where Employee Cycle is moving to. One, we see Employee Cycle becoming the default HR analytics dashboard for every company under 1,000 employees. And that's just not the US, but that's also internationally as well, as a lot more companies outside of the US are also starting to use a lot of different smaller best-in-breed HR solutions. We also see that we've become the default dashboard, not just for internal HR use, but also for external use for other stakeholders that need access to the data, like investors, private equity funds, but primarily HR consultants. And within 5 years, we look to have tens of thousands of companies on the platform, as we're also launching a freemium model, which means that a lot of companies, if they're only using one core HRIS system, they can actually use our system for free. But then if they want any additional system, then they have to pay. So we see at least tens of thousands of customers on the freemium model part of it, with at least a couple thousand paying customers.